this is Kirsten from Kierstenredresale. I hope you're all doing wonderful today. Well, I'm here to bring you the preview for my live sale, which will be tomorrow evening. And if you'd like to participate and you've not yet subscribed, I need you to subscribe first of all. And then I need you to fill out a jot form, which will be in the description of this video. You just fill it out, press send, and you are good to go to come in and hang out and see what I'm all about. Let's see here. Well, if you are a channel member, that's a whole nother thing. You have the option to pre-buy. So there's a few things here that, probably are not available for a pre-sale, but in general, just shoot me an email if you're interested and you know how it all works. I want to thank you all so much for being here and hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. So as always, I have a huge variety, a mixture of new, vintage, Southwestern, native, a little bit of everything. Yeah, so let's just get going. So I'm just going to show you, a little bit of stuff. I don't even know what to show, but let's just go for it. So I have a thing with little tiny micro cuffs, as we know, tiny, sweet little pieces. These two are vintage and these two are native, ethically sourced at that as well. So we've got these two beautiful pieces here, sterling silver, turquoise, and coral, really sweet. I do love stacking cuffs. I mean, I've been wearing big honkers these days, but I do wear a big armful of lots of little cuffs. I love the different textures you can make with them. Plain sterling, different stones. They all are all great in my book. So anyway, so we've got this one. Look at this one. This one's an oldie. Look how sweet that one is. So this is, they call a sweater cuff, just so if you wear long sleeves, it will still show. It won't cover up. So I think it's really, really lovely. Granted, where I live, very rarely do I have to wear long sleeves, and I still wear this kind of cuff. So we've got these two babies, which I think are beautiful. And then as far as new pieces go that are Southwest style, ethically sourced at that as well, we've got these. So we have one that is, what is this? This one is white water. So this is sterling silver and white water turquoise, highly adjustable. I love these. They are brand new. I know the person who picks the stones, cuts the stones, and gets the jewelry made. That is not me. It is someone I know. And if you don't believe me, his name is Glenn, and I could always prove with papers all of that fun jazz. We've got this one here. This one is, who is this? This is Blue Ridge. So this is Blue Ridge turquoise. And then we have Sonoran gold. Sterling silver and Sonoran gold. And these are just really, really, really fun pieces to have. I do mix these with native, non-native. I love them. Love them. Great turquoises as well. And I also like to know where they're from. If I know where the turquoise is from, I'll let you know. If I don't know, most of the time I don't know. I'll say I have no idea where it's from. Okay, there's those. Let's see here. So those are some little micro cuffs. Now I do have some much older pieces as well. Now this I'm going to part with. It's one of my precious pieces. But I've had sick parents. I had one parent pass away, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's here to hear about that. But my mother-in-law was just rushed to the hospital. So you know what? I'm focusing on what's important in my life, which is my friends, my family, and all of the wonderful people here that are supportive. And just, I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So I am bringing some of my personal pieces because if I'm not wearing it, it really needs to be loved and worn by other people. So look at this. This is an old piece, sterling silver. It opens up like this. It does look like at one point it might have had a gold wash over it because you see on the inside how it looks golden. I don't know. I've had it. It's always been like this, but I've never worn it. I've never done anything with it. So it is so beautiful. Look at that with the cherubs and just really something about these old pieces just strike my fancy. They really do. Very romantic, I guess. Part of history. Lovely, lovely. And let's see. Oh, and look at these. These are well, I won't say they're hysterical because they're not. Someone is so creative. I'm telling you. These are old pieces of silverware, as you can see, and they were made into pens. And the ink was changed out. So I do have the original cartridges. I have to find them. Where did I put them? I don't know. But these are not the originals because, if I'm going to sell pens, I want them to work, So I do have a variety. Look at these. And this is from old silverware. They're heavy, but they fit actually, believe it or not, really nicely in your hand. I did try it out to see if, they're actually functional, and they are. So because of the holidays, I know it's not jewelry, but it's beautiful adornment all the same. Lay it on a desk as a gift. I don't know. I like a nice desk. I like nice pens and stationery, and I like to look at pretty things. So I wanted to get those for you all. Fantastic. Yay. Let's see here. Ooh, this one is fabulous. Ready for this? Look at this pendant. Whoa. Whoa, we're going to focus. Oh, look at that garden quartz or whatever. I don't know if this one is garden quartz. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. It's some sort of gorgeous quartz of some sort. I believe it's garden quartz. And then is that a hematite or a pearl? I don't know. I'm not doing very good, but that's okay. A lot of these things, I bought, loved, put away for the next sale. So I don't sit there and, know all of everything about it yet. For my sale tomorrow, I hopefully will have more knowledge on the pieces. But this is a nice big giant one, high design. Look how big this is. I love the double bales there. It just gives it that little extra something special when it's sitting either on a chain or a torque. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, love it. Good one. That's a good one. Okay, let's see. It's been a whirlwind, I tell you. Traveling is not for the weak. I love traveling, but it takes a lot out of you. Let me see what else I'm going to show. Oh, so I had a set of this. This is a signed Zuni piece. I had a necklace, blah, blah, it was butterfly set. And then I magically came across a size 7 because the ring that I had before was, I think, a size 5. And everyone's like, I love it, but it's too small. Well, I found it in a size 7. Crazy. And it's beautiful. And so I couldn't not buy it. I know we all have issues with jewelry, don't we? I love it. I can't, when it's so well done and beautiful like this. It is a signed piece. And God only knows what it says. Oh, boy, it's in script. I don't know. Here, I'll show you. I have no idea. It's right there. You see that? Can you read that? I can't. If you can figure that out, leave it in the in the comments down below. There are a few of these on eBay, and I think it's got to be the same person. So if you take a picture of this, Google search it, you'll see some of the butterfly Zuni, and whoever that artist is, I'm pretty sure is the same as this one. Can't be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty distinctive looking work, I'd say. Speaking of ethically sourced, so I do, when I can afford to buy pieces from, his name's David. He lives in Texas. He is called the Cabochon Cowboy. And he used to own a jewelry store. He is a silversmith. Anyway, he's been sick, very sick. He was diagnosed with severe lupus, and sometimes he can't function. And it's a shame. He's a wonderful person. His wife is beautiful. They have wonderful children, and he makes incredible pieces. And like I said, when I can, I do buy a piece or two from him. I don't buy it to make money. I probably make, $20 off of it just to cover my fees and everything. But it's really about supporting artists. And the Cabochon Cowboy, he is in Texas. Unbelievable. I've bought quite a few. I have some that I've kept for myself. And look at this. Look at that turquoise. Look at that. With all that spider webbing, with that lovely green. I do believe this is Bamboo Mountain, but I will clarify that. I will email him and make sure that I'm right. This one is made for a small-sized wrist, okay? Unbelievable pieces. Top notch in my book. There we go. Okay, what else? As you see, I've got a bunch of insane pieces back here. Yes, I do. I do. So I don't even know where to begin. So we have amazing Tasco. This was also one of my pieces. Now I've bought and sold this piece or very similar pieces quite a few times because when I like something, I can't help it. And I love it. I love it. But I have how many that look kind of like this? You know what I mean? So it is heavy though. Just keep that in mind. This is sterling silver black onyx. This is a signed Tasco piece. It is vintage. And when I say vintage, this one I think is probably, I would have to look at the number and date it. I'm assuming this is probably from like the 80s, maybe early 90s. That is still considered vintage, if you could believe it. So I guess I'm ancient. Anyway, fantastic. Really, really amazing quality and in lovely condition. I do have a bracelet that matches this, but it's the onyx is scratched up. I can bring it because some people do like a set. I will be selling it separately, however, just because I am. But here is the bracelet. And as you can see here, there is some scratches on the onyx. That can obviously be buffed out. There's on each one of these. I wonder if it was too big on someone and it, was spinning around or something, because that's what it looks like to me. But I am not going to be the one to buff it out. So keep that in mind. But because of that, obviously, I'm going to be selling it for a very good price. So if your jeweler will do that for like $50, you know what I mean? Like buff it and then resale it. What an amazing set, Very, very cool. So we've got that. Okay, let me see. Oh, I don't even know what to show. There's so many goodies this week. It's so exciting. It really is exciting. Ooh, look at this. This one is Sonoran Gold, sterling silver Sonoran Gold pendant on a sterling paperclip chain. This is fantastic. Look at that turquoise. I feel like I'm up in space looking down at the earth. Absolutely stunning. Really well made, nice and heavy, sawtooth with the little dots all around it, balls, whatever you want to call them. Really beautiful. And then let me see. Oh, this came back to me, so I'm kind of happy. I don't know. Look at this. So this is a vintage. This is pre-Eagle Mark, so 1930s, early 40s possibly. Mexican sterling silver, blue mirrored glass. And I do collect this stuff, so this is the smaller of the bracelets. Like when I mean small, I mean narrower. I do have some big banger ones, but they're kind of expensive. So I figured I will bring this one and see if this one strikes anybody's fancy. It strikes my fancy for sure. Beautiful piece. And these are getting harder and harder to come by in my world. I don't know about yours, but mine they are. Oh gosh. Okay. I decided I'm going to bring this piece. Yes, I am. So this is a vintage, massive. This thing is huge. Sun face. This is a pin pendant. I do not believe it's, I don't know, is it signed? Let me see. I don't think this is signed. I don't see a signature anywhere. No, I don't see anything here. But when I say, but this is big, I mean, look at it. It's like, I have big hands. This is like the palm of my hand. It's massive. Like here's like a sack, well, that's a big sack. I don't even have a ruler, do I? Yes, I do. Let's see how big this baby is. This thing is 3 inches by 3 inches. Yeah, this is a beast. Unbelievable. Look at the condition of this. Fantastic with all that inlaid work. Top notch. A little bit of bowing to the pin part. Completely functional. It's an older piece, probably was on some sort of thick fabric at some point, I'm assuming, to make it bow, but unbelievable. And the bail is not huge, but it is big enough for a nice size chain or a torque. I do not believe, unless you have I do have a little Navajo machine made Navajo sterling silver beaded necklaces that will fit through here, but they're not big balls. Obviously, it has to be able to go through that. I do have, I think, 2 available. Yeah, anyway, fantastic piece. Okay, what else? Oh, someone asked me, they're like, Kirsten, could you bring, okay, so, the wire wrapped, the bracelets that are made with the wire, and memory wire with all stones. I did a pop-up because I needed to pay bills. So I did a pop-up on Monday. Anyway, someone said, do you have one that goes around your neck? This one is one for the neck. So I promised I would pull it and bring it. So I have ones that are bracelets as well. This one is for a neck, so it's a choker. But this one is much more malleable than the ones for your wrist. You want it to be a more durable wire for the wrist because it'll just fall off with the heavy stone. So the neck, it's much more malleable, and you don't want it to be too stiff because then you'll choke yourself. So this is a really nice one. Really, really beautiful. We have the, what are these? We have the electroform copper balls. We have copper balls and the really stunning turquoise. And there's only one of these available. So this one is a necklace. And I do have, Carolyn Pollock makes these bracelets. And I do have a couple of Carolyn Pollock's memory wire bracelets. I like them a lot. I think I kind of overpaid for them. So, I don't know if that's going to be feasible, but anyway, if someone's interested, let me know. And this one came with the little box and the little sack, the original box and sack that it came with. I think originally these were from like I don't know, was it eight, like, Home Shopping Network or QVC or one of those. I'm not really sure, but they both have the little hang tags and they're fantastic. They are Carolyn Pollock turquoise sterling silver wrap bracelets. So we've got these two. Okay, what else do I want to show? Oh my goodness. Oh, I have the jade bangles that I told you I took a quick little course on, and then I was able to purchase some of these jade pieces. And they're wonderful. This one is Burmese jade. And it has the box and all that stuff. And then this one is called Blue Water Bamboo Jade. Well, they call it bamboo because it looks like bamboo, but it's Blue Water Jade. This is found in a different part of the world as opposed to China. Okay. And I have a couple of these. This one is a thicker one. And then I have, and these are AAA quality, top notch, like fantastic. Like the ones like, not the cheapy ones that you can get for like 30, 40 bucks at the Gem and Mineral show. Granted, there are ones there that you can get for thousands of dollars. So, I should rephrase that. You probably can if you're willing to pay the money for it. But I grew up back east and we had fantastic Chinatown. I love Chinatown. And I used to love to go to all the little gift shops and everything like that. It's not the stuff there. It's the stuff that they kept in the back, the really good stuff. The touristy stuff is touristy stuff. That being said, I do have some beautiful, but they're not great quality. We love them because of the color of them. These are jade, but these are not good quality. These are the ones that are injected with resins and dye to have them this color. Now listen, I think they're beautiful, okay? I love that color, but for me to be able to afford imperial jade, thousands and thousands of dollars. So, there is a difference. And I went over it I think in some video. I can go over it again, but just not in the preview video. What to take with you if you're going to be looking for jade. You really just need a good eye and be a little bit knowledgeable and a black light, just to, at least for a start. That's not the means all of all, but that is a start, Good jade will not glow. The light will reflect off of it. Jade that is dyed and infused with resins will glow with a black light. So that's an easy way to know what's crap and not, just so you don't get ripped off. It's a good thing to know. Okay, let's see. We have all this stuff here. Whatever. Ooh, I think I'm bringing this. So this is this Tasco or Mexico? This one is a Tasco piece. I just didn't have enough room on bus. So this is, I love this so much. This is a vintage one as well. Sterling silver with a crushed malachite. And I think malachite gets a bad rap for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe if people don't like green. I think malachite is stunning. It really is. And this look is, oh my God. I love these like Cleopatra, if you want to call it that. Just the way that it just hangs on your collarbones is absolutely stunning. I love the design of it. Very Aztec. And everything is here. There's no loose chipping. Sometimes you have to be careful with the older chipped pieces like this. Because, if the agent that's holding that all in has worn away and it's chipping, you just want to be careful because then it's just like a rippled effect. But this is all in fantastic condition. No issues at all with it. And it is signed down here. Beautiful. Let me have a sip of my beverage. Let's see. And then for all my family, my jewelry family, who's more into like the modernist look and not so stones or whatever, I do have some incredible pieces. Like, incredible. I've not seen this before. I do not know if this one is, what is this? Is this one even signed? I have no idea. Like I said, I will have all that info tomorrow. It is thick. It is heavy. And this is awesome. Awesome. And then we have, speaking of awesome, look at this beast. What? Now, I think I have it on backwards. Everyone's wrist is slightly different. Like this one definitely has a narrow and then a wider area because, you're supposed to be narrow and then you get, narrow and then it cones out your arm. I got it on right. Look at that. Look how cool. And this is adjustable, but you have to be careful because you don't want to rip it apart because remember, this is all handmade. So we have little solders here, but if you open and close it, you might pop them. So you can open and close it a bit to make it, more comfortable on your wrist. But this is actually not uncomfortable. I did put it on and wear it around the house when I got it in because it's just such a wonderful like Wonder Woman power modernist, make a flippin' statement cuff bracelet for sure. Unbelievable piece. I love it. Can you tell? Okay, then we also have these two native pieces. These are both vintage Navajo pieces. We have one with the black onyx and the mother of pearl. And then we've got this, oh my God. This one I wasn't sure about if I was going to. I know, it's hard for me to sell the stuff that when I really love it. I mean, I do because I have to, but like, oh gosh, this is just absolutely, yeah. I don't know. It's just beautiful. Look at that mother of pearl. Like the iridescence is stunning. I don't know if my lighting is even showing it off, but you've got that pink undertone to it. It is not pink, but there is that pink undertone. Just fantastic. And it's, I don't want to call it a micro cuff because this is a micro cuff, but stack them, baby, stack them from here all the way to your elbow. Why not? Unbelievable. Oh, and I've got some micro cuffs, obviously. So got these babies. Yeah, I hope it sells because I do not need another cuff. I say that yet, I keep buying them. Okay. I do have a bunch of earrings this week as well. Now I broke down. Now not really, it's not that I'm not into it. I don't know a lot about like these like Kingman turquoise, okay, is in Kingman, Arizona. I live in Arizona. I've actually been there and went on some tour and did the whole spiel and went to the shop and da-da. They're the ones that are responsible for candy, what's it called? Cotton candy turquoise and the red dahlia, rose dahlia, lavender dahlia, like all the conglomerate weird colors, I guess. I guess they're the ones that claim they're the ones who started it. Is that true? I have no flipping idea. But what they do is, it is turquoise. It's the unusable, the real chalky turquoise that has to be stabilized anyway. And they have made like these big bricks, okay, with all different colors and this and that. And they sell them to people around the world. They also sell them to native jewelers. They sell them to anyone who wants to buy it, okay? And it comes in these big, like bricks, literally. And you can cut them and make cabochons, okay? And I've sold some. I don't buy it often. I have one ring that's one of my own personal rings that like I actually really love. Okay, so this is red dahlia, sterling silver red dahlia. And yeah, I mean, it's weird, I mean, just being honest, but I flippin' think it's gorgeous, okay? I broke down because I really like this. Maybe I've lost my mind. Look at this. Now, this is called cotton candy. I've never, ever bought cotton candy turquoise, whatever you want to call it. But I really loved this bracelet. I don't know. It is sterling silver. It is incredibly well made. It is thick. It is heavy. And this is called cotton candy. So this one, it happens to be produced in the Kingman mine. And how do I know? Because I got it from them. That's how I know. Anyway, there we go. So yeah, unbelievable. Crazy how they come up with these concoctions, but I guess it's saving waste. I don't know. But not everyone's going to be into it, and I totally get that. I'm half into it and half not. I'm kind of on the fence. But I'm not going to turn a blind eye to it because then I'm going to miss really cool pieces like this. And I think this is absolutely beautiful. So you never know. So keep your mind open. I think it's important to do that. Now, during my haul video, I did show this one bracelet that, I bought it knowing that it was as is, okay? And I bought it for myself because I don't care. This is a William Spratling piece. It is absolutely amazing, and it is genuine, authentic, blah, 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 blah. It is a book piece. There we go on those things. Amazing piece. It's missing a piece here. Now, the jeweler folded that in, so the original silver is there. So you can either just wear it as is, which is what I was planning on doing, or I was going to actually try myself to carve another piece for it. Was I going to do that? Who knows? Could I do it? Yeah, I can do it. I don't know if I would ever do it, though. I don't know. But you can find them occasionally, replacement parts. It is what it is. This is heavy. But once you've actually had a William Spratling in your hand, and have felt it, the weight of it, and you really look at like the design and just everything about it, like you realize why they're so flippin' expensive. Many people studied underneath William Spratling and amazing pieces as well, but there's something to be said about an original William Spratling piece, damaged or not. You know, so if somebody is interested, obviously it's going to be not a $3,000 for whatever these go for because it's missing a piece. You know, obviously it's going to be way less than that. But just keep it in mind. I do have it. It is here. I might not have it up here for sale on Thursday, but if someone is interested, you can email me or you can ask me about it on Thursday, which is tomorrow. You know, and I can tell you what I need for it. You know, if not, I'm very happy to keep this with my little collection. Yeah, it looks really cool on a bookshelf next to my Spratling books and a couple of my other Spratling pieces. So, you know, I'm a little, you know, people buy things for certain reasons, and I just like to collect history, and that's the best I can do about, you know, I can't necessarily afford a $5,000 bracelet, but I can most certainly afford a $600 bracelet. You know what I mean? Okay, anyway, we've got this really great, this is Royston Turquoise Sand Cast Ring. Love this so much. Yeah, this is a great ring. Look at that. This is a new one. This is not vintage, like newly made. But I love that turquoise. Look at that. And it does open and close. It is thicker though, but right now this is sitting at like a 7.5. Yeah, 7. I mean, I would put everything on my thumb, but it's not necessarily for a thumb. But I kind of got it stuck on me. There we go. Let's see what else. I'm just so babbly today. I hope you are well today. Oh, look at this one. This is, what is this one? This is sterling silver. This is white buffalo turquoise. This is a necklace. Let's see. I love that. Look at that. Supposedly, from what I've learned so far, could be wrong. I'm sure people will have no problem telling me when I'm wrong, which, you know, constructive criticism is always welcome, but constructive. For white buffalo, to know the better quality, supposedly the more black matrix, the better. I don't know. I own a piece of white buffalo that's mostly white with a little bit of black, and I love it. So I think it's really a personal preference. But as far as like dollar amounts and blah, 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 the darker is supposedly the more desirable. Same with like ribbon turquoise and, you know, all these different fancy schmancy turquoises. But sometimes I just want to see like the textures, you know, and if it's all solid black, you don't see as much. I'm okay that that's solid black down there because it slowly gets more and more with the white. And I think they did a really nice placement of these stones. So whoever designed this, actually, I know who designed this. Glenn, once again, my friend Glenn designed this. But regardless, he did a really nice job at placing where they should go. He designed it. He did not assemble it. He hires people to do that for him. But anyway, fantastic piece. Oh my goodness. Sorry about all the explanations, but I just feel like I need to these days either have paperwork or explanations or whatever it is. I'm sure that will all die down at some point. But, you know, sorry if I'm too babbly. And let's see, I have a ton of pendants. So we have some fantastic, we have native pendants. We have non-native pendants, both beautiful, but for different reasons. Bunch of earrings. I don't know. We got some. Ooh, did I show you these? I'm not sure. I know. I'm into like writing things. This is just supposed to be hung on a necklace or a chain, like with a pocket watch. This one is rolled gold and no, wait, they tell me what it is. One of them, what does this say? This is it. Rolled silver. That I'm not used to. I'm used to rolled gold, not rolled silver. So this is rolled silver. So, and I think there's lead in this, is there? One of them had lead in it. I don't know. No, this one does not have lead in it, but still fantastic. Look at that. I would just wear this as a pendant. I don't care. And then this one is, what does this one say? This one is gold filled. Gold filled. And does this one? Or did I take it out? Well, I thought this one had lead in it. Well, I guess none of them have lead in it. Okay, well, maybe that's good because I don't know how old that lead would have been. And that could be dangerous. Old lead. But they are refillable. You can open them up and get lead for them if you choose to. I just think they're really beautiful and love them just to have, you know, I wouldn't necessarily use them. I would wear them. So I'm considering those pendants, but possibly functional. Anyway, we've got a bunch of wonderful things. I don't even know if I showed enough. Did I? Who knows? But yeah, I've got a bunch of native stuff over to the side that I will have ready for tomorrow. I've got a bowl, just a huge bowl. These are all vintage, mostly native. Some are Mexican. I did sell some of them on Monday at my pop-up, but I've got a bowl. They're all slightly, I bought a huge lot, slightly smaller. So when I say smaller, I think they're like 8.5 to smaller sizes. There was a couple larger ones that have already sold, but they're all, because I got them in a lot, I'm able to offer them literally, I think it's like 40 and under, which is amazing for vintage native pieces. Like I can pull a couple just to give you some examples, just so you can see, like look at this. This is an old, look, Fred Harvey error, whatever you want to call it with the stamping there. Gorgeous piece there. That one's, well, it's too big for me. This one's a 7 1/4. So let's see. Then look, oh my God. Now this is the kind, this strikes my fancy. Look at that. Old school, just old school goodness there. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. All vintage. Some are signed. Most are not. I did test every single one to make sure that they are sterling silver. We've got the coral. Yeah, there's just like a really nice variety. I did not clean up any of them, so they might be a little, dirty in some areas. But there are some that are, oh, I love this one for some reason. I think this one looks beautiful on your finger. Look at that. How it just like sits down. This is a smaller size, but absolutely stunning piece. And then we have some of the Mexican ones, if I can find them. Well, here's another native one. I do believe this one is a Tasco one. This is an interesting one, just a big chunk. This one's adjustable, and look at the band's a little funky. Like, look at the weird shape, but it doesn't make a difference at all. Just a big chunk of turquoise, very cool. Do not know if this one is native or not, so I have no idea. But it came with the lot. We have, look at this cord. Look at this real pretty Oh, that's lovely. Look at that piece. Oh, I get so excited. Sorry about that. I can just look at these for hours because there's a lot of them and they're beautiful. Just old school styles, really fantastic pieces. So I have literally a bowl of those. But remember, most of them are like, a 7.5 and under. There might be an 8 left in here somewhere floating around. I don't know. It's just what happens when you buy lots. You don't always know what you're going to get. Anyway, there's more to come, obviously, but yeah, like I've got Zuni, beautiful, all handmade pieces. Anyway, I get so excited. Yay! I love the stuff. So much more is to be had. I've got maybe about 200 pieces I can show tomorrow or more. I have about 200 rings. I doubt we're going to get through all of the stuff, okay? Because I missed a week of sales, I had the pop-up and that, it wasn't a full sale. So now listen, I don't know if I'm bringing this because I'm in love with it. Oh my God, look at this insane. How can you not love this? Now, granted, copper is not my friend. I love copper. It doesn't love me. So I don't know if I could actually wear it, but I would most certainly try. But oh my gosh, look at this turquoise. What? Look at all that pyrite in there. This piece is incredible, and it is very adjustable, which is amazing. So you can literally mold it to fit you, and this, how it hangs, is just, it's actually quite a sexy piece, to be honest with you. Unflippin' believable. Oh, yeah. Anyway, this is Kirsten from Kierstenredresale. Thank you so much for hanging out. Please, on your way out, a thumbs up. Share my channel out. I do appreciate it. And tomorrow will be a lot of fun. I've got, like I said, a ton of stuff. Literally prices from $12, all the way up. But I too try to bring something for everyone if I can. If not, my husband is great at taking notes and leaving them for me so I can go hunting for you. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I want to give you all hugs and love. Be well, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.